A year ago, the MSHSL crowned their first state champion in boys volleyball. This year, a new team almost 3 hours away from the Twin Cities will be joining the fold. Parle Valley is located nearly 3 hours west of the Twin Cities in Madison, Minnesota. It sits closer to the largest cities in both North and South Dakota than it does to its own state. They're over 2 hours away from their closest member of the MSHSL boys volleyball, that being St. Cloud.
The last 2 years we've been doing this through community ed, so we've just been playing some local towns like Dawson Boyd, Wilmer, Sartell, Brainerd, those types of teams.
Despite the isolation, they made the jump from community ed to the MSHSL, and it couldn't have been done without the usual community support surrounding them.
When we went to Burnsville, we probably had 20-25 people come down to Burnsville and cheer us on.
They've been talking about how good these boys are, for years, and when we finally heard that boys volleyball was a sport, we were like, we got to get them involved in this.
The area houses over a 46% Micronesian population, and volleyball is woven into the fabric of their culture from a very young age.
They're on a small island. They don't have other sports to do, but they have a net and a ball, so that's what they all play.
Sometimes we have them and their families come in, we leave the nets up here, and they'll come in and they'll be playing till almost midnight.
It helped power them to an undefeated season last year. That was only in 17U though. They will look to continue their success with both lofty and specific off-the-court goals as they make the jump up to the MSHSL.
We're excited to play someone that's going to be probably a little bit better, and maybe even excited to lose because we haven't lost, in 2.5 years.
The disadvantages we have is the height, since other schools actually have more height than us, but you know what they say, pride over height.
They'll have to do it with a David versus Goliath school battle in terms of enrollment compared to those in their section, being on long bus rides to tournaments and away games. But they are equipped and ready for their first year in the MSHSL to be as memorable as any.
I got creative this year, reached out to Brainerd, and then reached out to Battle Lake, which on Google Maps is halfway in between Brainerd and us. So we're playing a neutral site game there. And then we're playing St. Cloud and Wilmer at a neutral site as well. We got 50 kids a grade, they got whatever. And you only get 6 on the court, so let's see what happens.
From Parle Valley, I'm Fletcher Anderson.